Hello everyone from Party Frutal. This is Sergio coming at you. Today I'm going to show you what has happened since that frost that we have in May 18th. It's over a month right now, barely, that happened. And we're going to show you what happened to the plant. I'm going to bring the plant camera way up there. You can see some little flowers, but those are from the male plant. So that one won't produce any, and the female plant hardly don't know if it was because the flowers were not developed yet when the frost came, but there weren't that many female flowers after that because the burn was so devastating up on the top. So I'll show you over here. I see a couple of little arctic kiwis there. So this is what happened. The plant is recuperated. You see all that growth on top. Well, that usually have to be removed after the flower has fallen off and the fruit is already coming on. So that will be next. Part of the maintenance on the kiwis is you have to remove those runner vines, otherwise they'll be all over the place. So we'll go around the yard. And we're going to come to the Arctic kiwi. It's also recuperating pretty well. That one's doing awesome. That's the Jenny, and that's the fuzzy kiwi, I believe. We never had any fruit, but the leaves and the vines are very fuzzy, so hopefully they'll do okay. This one here is the Arctic kiwi called Meter, and as you can see here, all of these shoots are burned up. Well, they're shooting a whole bunch of new growth everywhere. As you see over here, there's lots of new vines. And although this is a young plant, this is only a second year. Well, second year in the ground, but this is going to be his third summer. And it would have produced some flowers. They all got burned up. But the new shoots, well, definitely they will be covering this gazebo over here. And I'd rather that than getting some fruit. I want the plant to cover the area. That way everything is nice and like it should be. So we're gonna move on. And another thing that has happened is that a lot of my peaches, they are falling off from the plant. And I assume it's only because it was a very cold spring. Temperature went up only 2 brief days to the 80s and 90s, and after that it has been in the 70s and 60s. So you see the fruit there, and lots of it is falling off down here. And this one here is my giant peach, and they are falling off themselves too. So don't know if it was because there weren't enough bugs to do the cross-pollination, but seems to be a lot of late fruit dropping at this size. I mean, these are fruit the size of an egg already. They should not be falling off for no particular reason, except I blame it on that frost, which is very tedious. And well, let me go across the yard, and I'm going to show you how my pawpaw plants have made out after the frost. This little plant here, this is my smaller, this is a prolific plant. It's called a prolific. That is a prolific. That is the name of it, prolific. And that one had, without exaggeration, let's say 100 flowers on it. And most of it got burned off with the frost. But out of that burned off, you can see the damage still on the leaves in here. We're gonna have some little pawpaws right there. So those survived the frost. Either they survived or they made it after. We're still gonna have some pawpaws on that little baby, on that little tree. And what I'm amazed over here is if I can now find it. Well, let's see. Let's see if I can find more fruits. Oh, let's see if the camera gets in there. All right, that's a four fruit out of a single flower. Oh, here we go. All right, here we go. So this one here is 8 pawpaw fruit out of a single flower. So they look like they are set, and we'll see how they make out. There's still some time to drop off, and hopefully they won't. But like I said, I had over 100 flowers in it, and I wouldn't have lived not even 10% of the fruit that was in there. But now we have probably the right amount to leave in that little tree. It's a very small tree. Well, not as small, but it doesn't grow a lot. And this is a prolific. So that one is in recuperating mode. Also here, I almost passed by. This is my jujube. This is the Chansey Lee jujube, and this one got burned up pretty well. And there we got the buds were barely coming up, and you can see if you take a closer look in there. See all of these little things here. Those are little flower buds, and hopefully we'll get some jujube on this Chansey Lee jujube. And I gotta show you over here. I have another jujube, which I thought it was completely there because it had growth over here when the frost hit it. And as you can see, maybe you can see way on the bottom there, yeah, there's some greenery coming up. And well, that doesn't look good because that's under the graft. But all right, so we're gonna move on. The sorry about that camera movement. The Asian pear here, they did not get affected by the frost at all. The pears did take that temperature at 28 degrees like a champ. Nothing happens to them. I got 2 Asian pears in this area, and they're doing quite well. This one is the giant Asian pear, and this one is the Hasui Asian pear, and that's a dwarf. I don't know how much of a dwarf because you see how they shoot right up. If you don't tie those things up, this tree will be way above any dwarf in this tree. So we're gonna go. Asian pears did okay. The frost did not bother them. Now, this is my big mango pawpaw, and this one had overload of flowers, and they mostly got burnt, but still some of it managed to make it through the frost. And what I want you to see is, although it got hit pretty hard, there's a lot of new shoots growing everywhere, and those new shoots will hold fruit for next year. After they get, they'll keep on growing, they will reach maturity in this summer. But we still have, here and there you find, fruit, a few bundles of fruit up here. See if I can find it. Yeah, see where they are. But it's not the overabundance. Last year we had over 100 fruit out of a single mango pawpaw. And this is the MC one. I believe I saw a single fruit on the whole 2 trees that are in there. So that's what happened. So what is going to happen is that next year, all these young shoots are going to be producing tons of flowers, and production will be great again. So I'm going to walk to this other tree, and this is what I want you to see. We all get sad when something happens to our trees, but then they bounce back, and God knows what He gives us, right? So if you look at this branch here, still got remnants of that burned up leaves over here, right? But then what you have to look at is, out of that tip of that branch, there's like 10 new shoots coming out. 10 new shoots, and that's gonna be an extension on that tree branch that this year's not gonna produce. I mean, I don't think it is unless you start budding new flower buds. but I don't know if it will happen a brand new branch. But the rest of the branch, like look here, see this one, same thing. It has 10 or 15 new branches out of a single little branch. And look over here, not everything is lost. See that? And those are survivor flowers. They survived that frost, and it looked like we are going to be getting some American persimmons. Look over here. Just looking at this, look, just on this little branch, there's over 10 persimmons. And this is the variety called Proc American persimmon. And well, not all is lost. There's going to be gain for next year. There is gain for this year. You can see over here, it's a lot more flower buds and young fruits coming along. See a little flower there. But the rest, just a whole bunch of young fruit coming up. So, I mean, I'm not gonna get the tremendous amount of purple, but I gotta be thankful that my plants, without planting another, is gonna be multiplying their branches, and they will be doing just fine. Because when God gives you lemons, sometimes you can make lemonade with it. So, there you go, guys, from Patio Frutal. Like, share, and subscribe, and hopefully your persimmons won't be suffering from late frost in your zone. But if they do, something good will come out of it. So from Patio Frutal, like, share, and subscribe. Always leave a comment. I appreciate that. And you have a great evening.